This one is more violent. It's more gruesome. It's quite a lot at times.
There's some proper gruesome bits in this.
And welcome back to No Bad Seats, and this is the official kickoff of season 2. We said we were going to do something different, and it's just conveniently worked out that we're in a different cinema now. We are in Gold Class, number 2, 40 seats, and only
bigger,
2 of them
bit more of an
used.
auditorium, so you should be able to maybe see.
The space is a little different, you know?
Yeah.
For all those listening on Spotify,
It's going to make no... well,
makes-
it might make a little difference.
who knows? Not, you know, to their imagination. So if you're just listening to us, picture us in a different room. And that could be any
Picture
room
us
you
on a mountainside.
That's it. That's it. We just watched it at a mountainside cinema,
Yep.
projected directly on the mountainside.
Immersive, as
Immersive
Nolan
experience.
intended.
Yep, exactly. And the chasms surrounding the mountain is what caused the sound to be so good.
Yep,
It was
exactly
all
right.
encompassing. Anyway, that's that's the ridiculous start to season 2. More of that coming, I'm sure.
Love
We are going to chat one that we've both been pretty excited about. Now, I was surprised about this one for you, Sam, that you were so excited about this because 28 Years Later was pretty high up for me. Not as high up for you in last
I still had it
year's
in my
list.
honourable mentions.
You did. But I remember when we had to discussed it initially, you're like, yeah, I liked it, but I didn't love it, sort of thing. So you kept going on about how excited you were for this one, which sort of took me by surprise. Give me
I
a bit of
think
that.
this one sort of, from what I had seen before we get into sort of the real, like, full review of it, from the trailers and everything I had seen, it fixed the few issues that I had with the initial. So I didn't have massive issues with it. It was more of a, like, aesthetic, sort of didn't love the look of it, didn't love every part of it, but there was parts I still really loved. And, like, I really respected what they did as well. So like some of the, obviously the first one they shot on iPhone, and it's quite clear that this one they did not shoot on iPhone.
Yeah, I mean, we say shot on iPhone, but there was only sequences that were shot.
No, the first one was all iPhone.
It was not all iPhone.
It was.
Surely not.
Yeah, it was.
All right, I'm going to dispute that. We will come back here and check later.
Shot on iPhone.
I'm like 90% certain.
They had all
my-
different cinema glass and everything in front of
my-
it, but it was still all iPhone.
My understanding was that the shots that were done with iPhone was more for that single rig.
No. They had proper the iPhone's like cinematography of the whole movie.
So you're telling me that 28 years later, the entire movie was shot with iPhone cameras?
Yes.
The entire movie?
Yes.
All right, I'm disputing that. We're kicking off the season. Getting my
Here we
phone
go.
out. Let's see. Was 28 years
If anything, there will be some additional photography from some other things.
entirely on an iPhone?
But
No, 28 Years Later was not shot, but it heavily utilized multiple iPhone 5 Pro Max systems as a
Five?
principal. iPhone 15, yeah, iPhone 5. iPhone 15 Pro Max devices as a principal camera system integrated with traditional cinema cameras to achieve specific effects like a smaller
we're not
footprint.
asking ChatGPT
for-
here.
No. This is straight up Google. To achieve specific effects like a smaller footprint for agile filming and unique bullet time rigs. So, with headlines calling it shot on an iPhone.
Yeah.
Partly
There
for
was still
marketing.
principal photography, most of the
Primary camera, key points. The primary camera was served as the main camera for many scenes, noted for lightweight nature. Hybrid approach. It was filmed alongside conventional cinema cameras. That's alongside.
I would
Professional
still
rigging.
argue that it's
Like,
a
it
majority of
was
iPhone stuff.
Well, I mean, we
Because
can
you can tell the difference.
We can argue the point whether it's majority or whether it's for specialized scenes. By the sounds of it, the specific cut to bullet time sequences,
that was all
That was
iPhone.
all
Yeah,
iPhone.
yeah.
That was my understanding. And we've seen the rig that they use with the 15 cameras. And then
I have seen behind the scenes footage of them using singular iPhones
yeah.
with a rig on it. That's...
For agile, fast moving scenes. That wasn't the whole movie. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. It wasn't the whole movie.
No. Rewind the tape. Entirely shot. That's what you said. entirely shot. Now, I will accept the hybrid approach because I 100%, I said that. I said, like, for certain scenes they use it. For certain scenes. That's not entirely the movie. That's not the whole movie. Come on.
That's all right.
Come on. That's not the whole movie. You said entirely.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
No.
I can admit when I'm wrong.
Cool. Yeah, I can't, but luckily in this instance, I am correct. But as I said, like I think those sorts of things are used, and I will say more based on that. More was used on iPhone than
That's what I was saying
anticipated.
after I initially said entirely, was that I think it was heavily skewed more towards iPhone because a lot of it was done on the countryside, which is the whole reason they chose it was for lightweight. Wanting to be able to move it around.
But
and
I
stuff
think,
like that. But then
I think I would actually be interested to watch some behind the scenes stuff because I still don't think that a lot of the countryside stuff would have been iPhone. I still think a lot of the fast moving zombie stuff, 100%. Agile scenes, all that sort of stuff. Stuff of Aaron Taylor Johnson and I can't remember his name, young kid, Alfie something.
Don't know.
Alfie?
Sure. Sounds like an English kid.
No,
name.
it is Alfie, but I can't remember his last name. We'll look it up for the sake of not being rude, because he's a very important part of these movies, and he's
very
the
good
main.
actor too.
He's very good. His name is Alfie Williams. Sounds very British.
It does.
But yeah, Alfie Williams and Aaron Taylor Johnson stuff across the countryside. I would not have picked that and said like just them walking, all those wide like stuff like that.
Oh, the wide shots I can see maybe.
The close-up stuff I can see. But there was a good mix of that in the film. Like I don't think it was all one or the other.
No, but I think from all the marketing I saw for Bone Temple, there was a stark difference.
Yeah.
I could see a difference.
But they definitely pushed 28 years later. Like it was like with F1 and everyone's like, oh, the whole thing shot on iPhone. It's like, it's not. They did use iPhone rigs. And I think when iPhone rigs are used in any movie at the moment, they're like, the whole thing was shot on iPhone, and that's like what they're pushing in the marketing because it's like, can you believe how good this looks?
And people
Apple
do
will
get
be
very
happy with
mad
that.
as well because they'll say shot on iPhone, and then people get on some tangent about like, well, it's got cinema lenses in front of it. But it's still using an iPhone.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, it's still using an iPhone sensor.
And it's like, why can't my camera look like that? Why can't I shoot something to look exactly like that?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I think the shot on iPhone thing is a big factor for marketing purposes because it makes people go, and as I said, Apple will love it because they're seeing these whole movies that were not shot on iPhone, but people are going, can you believe that was shot on iPhone? Look how good an iPhone can look. And Apple's just like, thank you.
Yes, thanks.
Yeah, they'd be stoked by that. But yeah, 28 years, obviously, there was a stark difference. But I think there was less action stuff in this movie that felt like it needed that. Like
Yeah. And for this one, Bone Temple, I think there's still parts in it where I would say the iPhone was used, but way, way, way less.
Yep.
Than
like significant.
There's like a couple of scenes where I'd be like, oh, they've used the iPhone there for a similar kind of rigs and stuff. They didn't really do that sort of bullet timey rig.
It wasn't used.
No,
there was not a single frame.
There was some similar rigs attached to the zombie with it still wasn't the bullet time, but it had that bit of a shape.
Do you reckon that was the like an iPhone rig? Or one of those rigs that they put like the
snorri cam.
Shoulder? Yeah.
A snorri cam, which is having a camera basically attached to you.
Yeah.
It could have been the iPhone. It could have been a camera.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah. It looked kind of like a iPhone just because of the depth in the image, but I could be wrong there as well.
And that dude was pretty massive. He could have held a full camera regardless. Yeah. IMAX camera.
Samson is gigantic.
He would have been fine. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But hey, before we get into 28 years later, Bone Temple, which we could a lot to discuss. News for the week.
Yeah.
Anything jumping out at you?
I do have a couple. I actually took a couple down because I was like, there's some good ones this week that I wanted to talk about.
Because I didn't prepare at all, and the only movie news that I have this week is actually TV news, and it's Ryan Hurst from Sons of Anarchy just got cast as Kratos in the God of War series, which is cool because he was actually in God of War as Thor.
Interesting.
He was the voice of Thor, but now...
Which one's Ryan?
Ryan Hurst played Opie in Sons of Anarchy.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Cool. The guy that looks like Kratos.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Exactly. Just shave his head and he would have been... and that's what we're getting. Anyway...
so first little tidbit I'm quite excited for. I'm not sure if these are your type of movie or not. We're of the same age, so I would have guessed that they are. June 26th this year, Jackass 5 confirmed.
Jackass 5 is good. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I
Exciting.
did see that.
I saw
and-
that Bam is back as well,
Yeah,
apparently.
right.
Which is interesting. So,
Yeah, I mean, that was one that you just go, okay, yeah, well, I'm going to watch that.
yeah.
And that's the extent of it. I'm like, I'm not going
I-
to get too hyped, but it's just
yeah.
like, it's...
If you've ever seen a Jackass movie in the
You've seen it.
cinema, but like, you've seen them all, but
Yeah.
like, you go to that cinema and it is a hilariously good time
Yeah.
of people cringing,
Yeah.
laughing, almost vomiting.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yes. And that might have to be one that we actually go to and watch with people rather than just
Just the two of us. Yeah.
just the two of us. I think it's going to be one of those. Yeah. I mean, let's just be real. It's Jackass 5. It's in the same vein as like the ridiculousness of Scary Movie.
Yeah.
It's like we're getting all these movies now that are like the sort of stuff that was coming out in the early 2000s. That is what we grew up on.
Yeah.
And it's all these like nostalgia things coming out now for us instead of the 80s nostalgia, 90s nostalgia. It's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
starting to come through where it's like, oh, this. Anyway, Jackass 5.
Very keen.
Unbelievable, but here we are.
Yeah.
Cool.
Some other news was that we had some new casting news for the Batman Part 2.
We did.
Some
and you know what's
exciting
great?
news too.
When you sent me that there was discussions with Sebastian Stan, do you remember what the first thing I said was?
I think you said Harvey Dent.
I said he would make a great Harvey Dent. There was the photo that I saw of
Yeah.
him. I was like, it was just a
And then it was probably like,
fresh shot.
I want to say 6 hours later.
It
but-
was not long after that it
Yeah.
was like, he's Harvey Dent, or like rumors started to come out. But I just
I
looked
think
at
it's
him
been
and I was
officially
like,
confirmed.
it
now.
has been. Yeah,
Yeah.
Variety confirmed it officially.
And then I think the person that confirmed it, first of all, the first source that they got it from was his makeup artist, shared a photo of Harvey Dent.
Yep.
And I can't remember if they'd tagged Sebastian Stan or whatever.
And yeah, and it was
So-
like, oh, whoops. But all
Yeah.
right, let's just confirm it now. I like it. I
Yeah.
like it a lot. I think Sebastian Stan is great. I like when actors like this who are, I want to say known for, but I think known to the general public as one superhero, as Winter Soldier. You know, like Sebastian Stan's got range. He's really good. And I think he'd make a good Harvey Dent. Now that's going from one superhero franchise to another, but I also think Batman. Something about these films feels a bit more artsy.
There's
you know,
more
the Batman.
like
There's
gravitas to it.
yeah,
It's-
yeah. And I don't even necessarily think that we're going to see him as Two-Face. I think
See, this is we had a bit of a discussion about it, and you were sort of talking about whether we like lead into it and like he's not quite. He's just
Yeah.
Harvey Dent. Maybe he's a bit corrupt or something like that. I kind of think let's just jump in and he's already Two-Face. Only
do you
because I'm
think that
sick
works
of
in this
origin
world?
stories.
Yeah, I know, but like
I
the
don't need to be.
implication of like, I get it.
Yeah.
Either we time jump, and we're time jumping, and now I mean it's by the time the movie comes out, it's going to have been 25 years since the first film came out. Anyway, there's 6 Batmans in between, but we're going to have to time jump because how do you explain that Batman has had Two-Face exist and done nothing about it, and he wasn't acknowledged or anything in the first one either?
Yeah.
I don't like that, which is why I lean origin story, and I don't even necessarily need to see him as an origin story for him because I'd be happy for it to be between parts 2 and 3. We've seen Harvey Dent this entire time, and then there's an implied something,
Yeah.
and then we see him as Two-Face, and we jump right into that story in the third. I just think that it would be interesting to see him in that role where he is,
Oh, most definitely. Yeah.
yeah,
Still
That's
in that sort of like court drama type
Yeah.
of almost thing.
which feels also like it fits the aesthetic that Reeves is going for
Yeah.
more than.
It is going to be interesting. I am starting to worry a little bit that it is getting bloated. We do have a lot of characters in there. Obviously, we've dropped out Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman.
Yeah, but you liked Superman. I could say that about anything. Like, let's be real.
I just
These
want to focus.
movies-
Like, you got worried when I said that Barry Keoghan is returning for Joker.
I didn't get worried. I just don't want to see it.
That's fair.
That's
The
the difference.
only thing
The
I wanna
difference
see
is
from-
I don't care. We've seen Joker and Batman every single
Yeah.
time. Him being even in the first one was stupid. Him, but like
he
it's
wasn't
just,
in the first one. It was a YouTube video they released.
Well, he was.
12 months later.
He was in. No, they released it like straight away
It
after.
was, it was like a week
But
later.
he was in the film. He just like that one scene. It was just his voice. We just didn't see him until the deleted scene. But in the film, there is a scene where
at the very end,
Penguin and Joker, not Penguin, Riddler and
Riddler.
Joker talk to each other,
Yeah,
but then we saw the scene with Batman at the end as a deleted scene afterwards.
And for me, what I want to see, if we're going to have Joker in the film, is that Joker is in Arkham, he's locked up, that Batman is coming for him, not for advice, but trying to get into the mind of...
So basically what we saw in the deleted scene.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we need it. I just, like,
well,
we know what Joker is.
I'm not happy with like a scene of Joker. I don't need a Joker movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm torn. And then we've got Scarlett Johansson is also being cast.
Yeah, and I'm hearing rumors that she might be Harvey's wife.
I think that was confirmed.
Which
or relatively confirmed.
Yeah. That's fine. You know, I think when you see a big name attached to a movie like Batman, you're like, oh, who is she? Poison Ivy. And then I'd heard rumors that she was Vicky Vale.
Yeah, it feels a little like disappointing when it's like, oh, she's just playing the wife of the other big character.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh.
She will be important though. You don't cast Scarlett Johansson in a role like that without it playing significantly into the story. Like she's just done, 15 years of Marvel movies. She's not turning around and going, yeah, let me sign up for a new cinematic universe.
Yeah, of course.
Because, like it'd have to be something. Something had to be a reason she was attached.
Yeah. And then we've also got Colin Farrell returning as Penguin.
Yeah, but my understanding is it's really insignificant. Like it's less than...
I was wondering if they were going to bump up his role more because of the series.
I'm pretty sure he said something about it being less than he was even in the first one.
Yeah, okay.
And maybe only a couple of scenes. And then he was going to be a bigger deal in the third.
Okay, interesting. Which will no doubt come in 2050.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Have you seen the Penguin series?
Some of. I think we watched the first few episodes, just haven't got around to watching the rest of it, which I know I'm very, very behind on.
Yeah. So do that because it's very good, but also the way that it ties in with him, like taking that mob side of things will be interesting, but it also explains why he might be preoccupied in the second one, but then more of a problem in the third.
Okay. Last little bit of news is the Russo brothers have obviously been releasing these trailers, teasers that are not teasers.
They're just scenes?
Well...
Is that what we're saying?
No, the Russo brothers put out what you've been watching for the last 4 weeks are not teasers or trailers. They are stories, they are clues. Pay attention.
Right.
That was their cryptic little message that they put out the last couple of days about the Thor, Wakanda and Fantastic Four, Steve Rogers and the X-Men one that they've put out.
Right.
So interesting. I don't know where that's leading. They are obviously still trailers and teasers, but
yeah. I think they're just like post-credit scenes. Like,
it could also be a like, hey, pay attention. We have nothing because we haven't finished our script.
Yes. Or filming the movie. Like, I don't know where that's at the moment. Do we know?
Not really. I haven't heard too much more. I think obviously very under wraps. They released a doomsday clock like yesterday or something like that, and you can sit there and watch YouTube for 11 months if you like.
Here's the thing. Do you think the date changes? Releasing the same day as Dune?
But actually, another little bit of news is that Dune did not back down from that. Dune went, we're going ahead with that date.
Yep, and Dune was shot on IMAX cameras. And is Denis Villeneuve. So let's be real. If Marvel
was
doesn't
it shot
move,
on IMAX or shot for IMAX?
On.
Really?
Yeah.
You sure?
I'm like...
The last two weren't.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they were digital.
All right.
Digital and then film out. So they do.
Yeah,
they shot them digital, put them onto film, and then back to digital again.
Either way. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Comparatively, Dune is a IMAX darling.
Dune to me feels
Avengers
more like
is not.
Yeah, Dune to me feels more like a big screen experience, which is ironic because I haven't seen either of them on the big screen.
Yes, and there is a double feature we could potentially go and watch. It just feels to me like if of the two, IMAX is prioritizing Dune. Because that's the film that you'll watch. Like people will go, I'm going to watch Dune in IMAX.
Because it's the experience.
Because that's the experience. Yeah. People will go, I'm going to watch Avengers Doomsday. Yeah. I don't think they're going to IMAX to watch it unless... So for me, that premium experience of IMAX is going to Dune.
Yep.
To me, that says Marvel needs 2 weeks. Now, Marvel are in an odd position because up until the last couple of years, nobody would ever attempt to work around them.
Yeah.
At this point,
Everyone backs
I think
down
they
usually.
lose.
Yeah.
I think Marvel loses.
Really?
I
Dune's
don't
been
see.
big, but it's not been that big though.
It's not, but I think you would be stupid to not move it forward 2 weeks. Still get that all December release before Dune. Get your 2 weeks of IMAX before Dune comes out, and then have the legs through the December, January period like anyway.
Yeah.
I think
it is an interesting time even for me when they announced that they were doing that release. I found it interesting because generally Marvel has always stuck to that sort of summer blockbuster period of where it is really was Endgame. I think that was still summer for America blockbuster.
Yeah, I don't know that it was December though. I think it was earlier.
Yeah, like I mean winter blockbuster for us.
But
they're usually always around that sort of May, June period.
Yeah, that's true.
I found it really interesting that they went for the December release because the December release to me has been kind of really reserved for your movies like Dune or Avatar.
That are
big budget movies, but not necessarily your
when was it released? Let's see. Infinity War, and they were released a year apart. Yeah, April.
Yeah, April, May. Around that area has usually been your Marvel.
Yeah, it is weird. I mean, you've got Spider-Man in June, so maybe it's just, which is going to still need to get Spider-Man out. So I see Spider-Man being bigger than Doomsday at this point.
I have to admit, I'm not excited for Doomsday.
Yeah.
I'm not. It doesn't have. I don't have anything in it for me yet. All I'm seeing is we're spending a bucket load of money on getting every single actor in. Yeah. Don't get me wrong; those teasers have been very cool. The X-Men one particularly was amazing.
Yeah, it's just like, all right, well, we've had this for like 5 years, and now we're finally doing something with it. Like that's the extent of it for me. It's not.
But it's got to be easy for them. You know what to give us.
Yeah.
You have to know what to give us.
But what it is that's going to be the thing is, are they going to just is
it going to be Deadpool Wolverine?
Is it going to be Deadpool Wolverine where it's like, here's a cameo fest of all your favorites and we'll get the flash in the pan, but it'll be a non-memorable film. Like if they do that again, if they can't make Doomsday interesting and more of a rewatch, to me, that'll be the nail in the coffin for Marvel.
So many people in it that it's
Secret War. Yeah, but Infinity War had that as well.
See,
but
Infinity War
feel like it was overdone. Like you didn't get enough time with anyone in Infinity War, but it sort of tied the story together. And I feel like, does Doomsday then tie into Secret Wars? So is it going to be sort of a back-to-back thing? Because I think they're a year apart as well. So it's like, okay, well, are you doing the same thing where we're getting Infinity War Endgame and this is going to be part one of a two-parter?
Yeah.
And maybe we're getting a lot of people and then it ties it all in and goes into Secret Wars. And then Secret Wars apparently will reboot the franchise, which, if that happens,
which cool. That like in itself kind of feels like this weird cop-out of like, oh, why do I want to get too excited about something that we're just going to reboot in a year? Like,
no, I disagree. I think
I'm excited for them to reboot, but like,
I think finality is a better option. For me, if I know that at the end of this is going to be the end of this version of the franchise, I'm more excited. Because to me, cool, I've seen everything. I want to see the end of this story. If I know that this is
Wars, yes, Doomsday is the thing that I'm not excited about.
Like, but if they were to say, look, Doomsday and Secret Wars are each a part of what's essentially our new Endgame, and at the end of that, instead of it being like Endgame where the Avengers team has changed, the whole world has changed.
Yeah.
You get to the end of Endgame and it's like, okay, now things are looking a little different and it's been a bit shaky since. Cool. Give me a reboot. Show me a new version of the universe. 616 is over. Destroy the multiverse and have a singular universe.
Yeah.
Where it's a new team. Do all that. And then from that, that's phase 7
Spider-Man fall into this? Because
it's a good question.
Spider-Man feels like we're sort of finally kicking off into what should
Spider-Man
be the traditional
has something though that the others don't, and that's that he doesn't remember anything.
Yes, which
is
interesting.
It's separated, so it's sort of like cool. And now Sony's talking about, apparently they're like starting to, Marvel and Sony are talking about using other Spidey characters.
Well, did you see this week? I can't remember his surname, but Caleb from, not Caleb. What's his name in the show? From Stranger Things. Who have we got? Dustin, Mike,
Will,
Will.
and Lucas.
Lucas.
Yeah.
Lucas. So Lucas is, I'm pretty sure his name's Caleb something.
Yeah.
I want to say Caleb Hoover, but I don't think that's it. There was footage he put on Instagram of himself doing all of this training, this acrobatics, twisting, backflips, all types of training. And a few people were like, what are you training for? What are you training for? So the hot rumor is that he is going to be playing Miles Morales.
Yeah.
And with Spider-Man forgetting, it came to me last night.
I did hear Miles was coming into it.
Yeah.
I have heard that that's...
I thought it would be cool. I was thinking about it and I was like, oh yeah, of course. Spider-Man, well, not Spider-Man has forgotten everything. Everyone has forgotten Spider-Man. They don't know who Spider-Man is.
And Peter.
Yes. Yeah, correct. So it would be interesting to see how this plays, but like one of the ways I thought it might play is that he is going about his life in, because I can't remember if they said it's changing location a bit, if he's going more into New York rather than, where did he start in? Brooklyn?
Queens.
Yeah. Queens, yeah. If he's going to be
doesn't know Spider-Man.
Moving more into that college lifestyle of like working and actually being...
Makes sense. It's exactly where he should be at this point.
Yeah.
It's the only
of course,
point...
at the end of the movie, he goes past the Rockefeller
It's the only
tree
point in that series that he starts to feel like Spider-Man.
Yeah, but my thought is that he ends up going to the city, starts working in that, and all of a sudden sees something about Spider-Man, and he's like, whoa, do people remember?
Yeah.
And that's when we're introduced to Miles. Yeah. And there's another Spider-Man. Yeah. He's like, oh, okay.
I mean, I like the idea. I mean, looking at the games, the way that they work together in the games would be cool to be, him as a mentor, but I also don't see much of an age difference between Tom Holland and Lucas.
Yeah. I'm going to find out his surname so that we can refer to him properly.
It's probably more like, it might be 5 to 7 years, which feels accurate, but Tom Holland just still looks like a baby, so...
Yeah. Caleb McLaughlin. McLaughlin.
I'll never forget that.
I think McLaughlin? I don't know. It's got a G in there. It doesn't have another C, and I'm saying a C, and I can't not say it. So anyhow, he is great. I think he would play a good Miles.
I could see it. Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if it plays out, and that is where he's going.
Well, if that's the case,
it's
you've
a
got
bit
Sadie
simple,
Sink in Spider-Man as well, in Brand New Day, so cool.
Has it been confirmed who she's playing?
No. I've heard rumors that she's playing Mayday Parker, the daughter, his daughter from the future.
Okay.
But then it also seems like in the trailer that's leaked that...
Are they going to do that typical Marvel MCU thing, though, and give us another MJ that's not the traditional MJ?
I don't think so. I think she's playing... I don't think she's a love it. Oh, I think she is his daughter. But then the trailer looks like it's the villain. And I don't want to see another MJ. I don't even want to see this MJ.
We haven't had a trailer yet, have we? We haven't had a trailer yet, have we? Have I missed a trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day?
A trailer has landed on Twitter.
Oh.
But officially, no. But it was like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago maybe. So it's like, really...
This guy.
Really, should they have released it? Because you could see the entire thing pretty crappy quality.
I hate when they do that. It's like, just release it.
Yeah, it's like, okay, it's out now.
Yeah.
But you hear her voice and it sounds like she is the villain.
Okay, cool.
I don't want to see MJ. I don't want to see this MJ anymore. Get rid of Zendaya. I don't care.
It always felt like a little bit of a weird cop-out that she was MJ.
Don't like it at all. Michelle Jones, piss off.
But that's what I mean. It was a typical kind of Marvel thing of like, it's MJ, but if we want to retcon this, we can.
She was just Michelle the entire first movie, and then it was like, and MJ at the end. Call me that, Michelle Jones.
Yeah.
Don't like it at all. And
it feels like that sort of safe bet that Marvel does of like, oh, we can easily retcon this if we need to. And if people kick up a stink, we'll go, oh, that's not at all what it was.
Black Cat and play Felicia.
That would be cool.
Play into it a bit more. Gwen Stacy feels inevitable. It just sort of feels like...
I wonder who we get for Gwen.
So my understanding, and this could be where the Miles thing comes into it, but from what I've heard is that Marvel want to do Miles, but they're waiting to go full steam ahead with Miles until Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out, because that's the completion of Miles' story for the animated stuff.
Yep.
It's going to...
Does Beyond the Spider-Verse cross into live action?
I don't think so. No, I don't
Because
think
that
it's
is the thing
I
I've
think
always
it's-
thought that they could do is to
Yeah, they could, but they've already sort of done that
yeah.
with Donald Glover. But yeah, my understanding is that once that story is completed, then they want to go full steam ahead live action Miles Morales.
Yeah.
So teasing him in this one would make sense. And especially because
obviously,
they want to go pretty hard on Spider-Man afterwards, because they're still planning on doing a trilogy, my understanding.
Another trilogy.
Another trilogy with Tom Holland,
yeah,
with
right.
Brand New Day being the start.
He's really like given up
but then you've
everything
got-
for it.
Well, it's the only thing he can do. Did you see any other movie that he's been in?
True. In Uncharted, he was still Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's like, huh. You know, yeah, Uncharted. God, don't even get me started on Uncharted. I spoke to somebody who knows the guy who wrote the script.
Yeah.
And he said, I read 5 scripts for Uncharted. Every single one of them was great.
Yeah.
Except for the one that the studio took.
Oh my God.
And this was a year before Uncharted came out. We were chatting about it, and he said to me, I've read all the scripts. The one that they accepted is the only one that was bad. Anyway, that's where we're at. Cool. Studios. I mean, I don't want to, let's be real. Studios, they're releasing movies. Happy days. But yeah, that's a bit of movie news. I feel like we've spoken a fair bit. So
we should get into that.
Let's get into a bit of 28. We've spoken a bit of 28 years later, the Bone Temple. First thing that they do is they don't refer to it as 28 years in the movie.
There is a little, you hear a bit of commotion, whatnot, and you see a 28 years later along the bottom. And then a minute or two later, it comes up with the title,
says
The Bone Temple.
The Bone Temple.
Yeah. Which I think is fair. I think this stands alone almost, not entirely, but you could watch this as its own film without seeing 28 years later and still get a decent idea of like...
There's still some character interaction that would not make sense if you hadn't seen the first part.
But it doesn't feel like it needs to be led into and then
not fully,
led into the next one. It's sort of like...
It definitely feels like a middle section to a 3-parter, which is pretty much what I think that they were talking about to begin with.
So Danny Boyle did the first one.
Nia DaCosta did the second, and then
Danny Boyle, I think, is returning for the third. And I think Alex Garland has written all of them.
Yes.
Or at least co-wrote.
They were discussing potentially doing a third. Bone Temple was sort of announced pretty quickly after 28 Years Later came out.
Well, it was already filming.
It was already filmed.
Yeah.
It was already filmed.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they shot them back to back, which is why we got them 6 months apart. I think it'll be a little longer, but I'm pretty sure that they've announced that the third one is happening.
Cool. I'm excited. I do like the movies, and that is...
I like the franchise. I think it's in a cool position. This movie covers a lot of cool lore stuff that I'd like to see further. I don't want to go into too much detail without spoiling things and spoil things, but like, I don't know, for me, I liked the first one better. I'm not a big zombie fan.
Yep.
I think blood and gore and stuff like in movies is not necessarily my go-to. And if you're a horror fan, this will probably, I can see why people go into a zombie movie and go, I like this one better than the last one.
Yeah.
For me, the last one, the real thing that made it so good for me was all the drama or the internal family drama in an apocalyptic setting was something that really appealed to me. I thought it was really beautifully done. In this one, there is significantly less of that, but it does continue the story.
Yes.
This one is more violent. It's more gruesome. It's quite a lot at times.
There's some proper gruesome bits in this.
And it's very heavy on religious allegory. It's going to be very interesting. I think Jack O'Connell is phenomenal. I think Alfie Williams is phenomenal. I think Ray Fiennes is phenomenal.
Yeah. Jack O'Connell plays a villain far too well.
Yes.
We saw him last year in Sinners, who phenomenal.
Yeah.
And briefly in 28 Years Later.
And he's very different in this. I wasn't expecting necessarily him to be as antagonistic as he was.
Yeah, I agree.
And then we see the opening scene of this movie and you're in it straight away. The way that they shot the opening scene, the handheld stuff was brilliant.
This was in the pool.
In the pool.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I think straight away you mentioned it. You were like, oh, I'm loving this handheld. And it did. It felt very it felt very scrappy, and
Yep.
that goes exactly with what's happening
Yep.
with the Jimmies at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And that group, the Jimmies, are just unhinged.
Yep.
It's
Every single one of them is nuts.
yeah, in their own different way. Like there's one that's just bonkers that's doing Teletubby dances and
So the Teletubbies thing is something that I want to discuss because they obviously play into Teletubbies a lot in this. But did you catch the sort of tie-in and why?
there was Teletubbies in the first one, wasn't there?
So the opening scene of the first one was all the kids hiding out watching
Yes,
Teletubbies
yep.
while it all was going on.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Jimmy,
the main Jimmy, was it like Lord Jimmy the Crystal?
Sir
or something?
Lord Jimmy Crystal,
Yeah.
was hiding out with them watching Teletubbies as it happened. So it was sort of like
later
a
came up
trauma
that
thing.
he is the son of the priest.
Well, yeah, that
in
was
that
shown
case.
in the first one.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
like that later in this story, it's sort of he says that my father was the priest, and I think Ray Fiennes goes the church at this place or something like that. Yeah.
Did they show that though? Because I'm pretty sure they did show that in the first one.
I can't remember them showing the connection between that kid and Jimmy.
What? Really?
You didn't see Jimmy till the very end.
No. You did.
Did you?
The movie started.
Yeah.
The opening scene of 28 Years Later was the kids watching Teletubbies, and then the little blonde kid running out, and then hiding in the church, and then all of them coming through the church, and him managing to climb under a thing and hiding, and he had the cross.
Yeah.
And he was given the cross by his dad or something like that, and he was holding on to that. And then at the end of the movie, when the Jimmies came out, they were showing that it's the cross, and then they
I totally
pulled out.
didn't pick up on that.
So yeah, you show that
Okay.
that scene was shown, and the cross was there. So yeah, I picked up on that straight away, and I was like, "Why are we seeing this?" And then the Jimmies played into it at the end, and I was like, "Okay, so he's the kid grown up." Because I was wondering, I'm like, I know Jack O'Connell's in this. Where is he?
Yeah.
And then when he showed up at the end, I was like, okay, so that was him at the start, and this is 28 years later.
Yep.
Interesting. So
Okay.
there you go. You learn something new every day.
You do.
And yeah, 28 years. So,
but yeah, the Teletubbies thing is unnerving to say the least.
Yeah. My little boys have been watching a lot of Teletubbies lately. So my TV, I found out, has a 24-hour Teletubbies channel. So.
So if one of your kids
if
starts
anyone,
doing was it Dipsy?
If anyone needs any
you'd be like, stop it.
Horror, get a Samsung TV and realize that you've got a 24-hour Teletubbies channel.
Jeez.
It is a little unnerving. Anyway, so yeah, that was pretty close to home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think like the way that this movie played out. As I said, it was part 2 of a 3-part story. The last movie had Aaron Taylor Johnson coming out looking for his son. Obviously, there was the movie ending with Spike leaving the baby with the community, and then Aaron Taylor Johnson coming out, and Spike was gone already, and all of that sort of thing. And then we don't see that story continued. So that's obviously going to be played into later, which I look forward to because I was really enjoying
I'm hoping number 3 is sort of amalgamation of the both.
Yeah.
We get more family drama, but we also get more of that zombie.
I mean, if you look at the story of this one and how it plays out with the Bone Temple and Ray Fiennes' doctor character and the Jimmies and everything, it sort of feels like everything's starting to, like, all the threads are coming together for an eventual third and final part to that story. I think this film laid the foundation for some lore stuff that will play heavily into the next one.
I liked a lot of the lore, world building kind of things that they put into this film. There's 1 or 2 shots that are pretty quick, really, but sort of carry the theme
to the psychosis and
and I was like, this is really interesting where we're going with this, and I'm very keen to see how that eventuates because we don't get we get obviously an arc in this story of that. But it's not. It doesn't feel final. It feels like we're going to get a lot more of that. And where is that going to go? But no, I didn't end quite the way I thought it would.
No,
there's certain
and it was
characters
sort of
that
quick
are
one thing that I want to discuss, and we might leave it at this, but I really would like to discuss the scene from the poster. Have you seen the poster?
Is it
It's
the fiery poster?
The fiery poster at the end there.
The scene
The scene from the
to an excellent song.
Iron Maiden plays and Ray Fiennes just has the time of his life, and it's just
It's such a good scene.
it's an incredible scene.
I didn't know we were getting a musical, but
no,
sure.
yeah, it's just this really odd, like the color, obviously we've got the Bone Temple set,
Mhm.
and then even simple things like him setting up the fire and the ring of fire coming out, like all of these sorts of things that we see with this great drone shot from sort of above, bird's eye view looking down as the fire lights. Like the whole thing is just so gorgeous and so well done.
It looks
but everything's
beautiful.
exciting.
He's got this like, what is it? Like a
cloak.
big. Oh, he's got the big cloak, the like fire cloak on
Yeah.
to protect him from the fire, and then he's got this bar that almost looks like a big like
It's
barbell
yeah,
almost,
yeah.
and it's got cages on the end of it that are filled obviously with like fire or coals, so that when
Yeah.
he rattles it,
Spins.
all the
Coals that
sparks
are
go
sp-
everywhere,
yeah, it's-
embers, and it just looks. Whoever came up with that idea and like
Yeah.
production
And
design,
him
just give
spinning
them a
and
raise.
all of that. It was very cool.
Yeah.
I just think, I just think it was really well done. As a highlight of the film for me was seeing this scene. So
As
I really
soon
wanna
as he
point it
pulled
out.
out the Iron Maiden
Are you
number of the
going,
beast,
"Oh, yeah."
I was like, oh yeah, and then he's like, well, let's turn it up to 11. I was like,
Yeah.
yes, let's do that.
And you just, the whole setup, everything was really, really cool. The way that it tied in with the Jimmies, I just thought it was just fantastic.
Yeah.
Honestly, as I said, this film for me, based on my personal preference, I can see why zombie fans or fans of this particular genre prefer this version of the film.
Yeah.
What I liked about these two films had less. So for me, I didn't like it as much, but I really liked the first one. So that's not to say anything negative about this film, because it is great.
Yeah. This has made me want to rewatch the first one
Okay.
again and give it another go, because I haven't seen it since I saw it the first time. So I'm kind of keen to rewatch that. I'm pretty sure my partner hasn't seen it, so
Cool.
see if I can convince her to watch that.
Yep.
But no, I really, really enjoyed this one. Excellent way to kick off the year.
Absolutely.
Like, I think we'd seen online a couple of people we follow that had said like first blockbuster is already out.
Yeah.
Like,
do we think it dethrones Avatar? Worldwide, global box office this week.
I hope so.
Okay. I'm very pro Avatar.
I know you are.
billion.
Yeah. It's
Pro
not that
Avatar hitting $2 billion. I really want to see it happen. So
it's not that I'm against Avatar. I'm just like, let's just give someone else a shot. And this is a cool movie.
It is a cool movie. It does deserve.
It is hard. It is probably. I'm guessing it's an R-rated in America as well.
Yeah, I'd say
so.
It does deserve to do big numbers. Yeah, it would be R-rated. Some of the scenes.
A decent amount of people came out to see 28 Years Later. It has a solid fan base that respect it and do love it. Like,
I do think though that of that fan base, a few people were disappointed for the reasons that I like the first one.
Yeah.
So I think those people will be the ones that enjoy this a lot more.
Yeah. But no, I think I could see it unseating Avatar. Avatar in its like what, fourth week or
yeah.
But I hope so. I want to see this one do well because I want that part 3.
Yeah,
I hope
absolutely.
I'm sure it's going ahead anyhow, but
I would say so.
I don't think they're making these for a lot of money.
We didn't speak movie news before, but while we're talking, Michelle Yeoh in Avatar 4 was cast. But
I did see that actually, yes. I saw a picture of her.
When they did 2 and 3, because they shot the first act of part 4 just in case, and she was in that. So technically she's in 4, but she's already filmed all her scenes like 4 years ago. But anyway, Michelle Yeoh. That's
she going to be like, Madam Marvel.
Yeah. Avatar.
Yeah. How do you do that one? It's like AV, Avatar, VA.
Navi. Anyway.
There you go, Michelle Yeoh. Next
you're
promotional
welcome.
tour, you're welcome.
Yeah. Okay, so let's call it there. 28 years later. Check it out in cinemas now. Definitely worth the watch, particularly if you're a fan of the genre.
Beautifully shot too, I might.
Yeah.
I just another little ad in there,
Yeah.
Loved it. Yeah.
If you're expecting more Aaron Taylor Johnson, don't.
Sorry.
But hey, it does set up some interesting.
If you're a fan of
the franchise,
you'll be happy.
It sets up some interesting places to go for the future. So 28 years later, check it out, and remember, when you come to the movies, there are no bad seats. Thanks for being here.